Coming up on Mountain News at 6, one former Eastern Kentucky deputy police chief files a lawsuit against her former boss and others. And Governor Andy Beshear pays a visit to Natural Bridge in Powell County. We'll tell you why.
And the rain continues to move through Eastern Kentucky. I'll show you where it is coming up.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
The former Hazard Police Department deputy chief is suing the city of Hazard, the Hazard city manager, and Hazard police chief. Jessica Cornett says she was wrongfully fired from her position at the department. A federal lawsuit details the series of events which ultimately led to her termination. WYMT's Madison Carmouche joins us now with a breakdown of the information within that lawsuit.
Jessica Cornett is the former deputy chief of the Hazard Police Department. In a court filing, she says she was fired after reporting an incident involving Chief Darren Williams. The lawsuit states Cornett discovered that on March 30th, Williams reportedly performed a chokehold or neck restraint on Billy G. Fugit. On April 8th, she asked Williams to complete a response to resistance report. Following her request, Williams reportedly told her to mind her own business and, quote, next time he would choke Fugit harder. When Williams did not complete a response to resistance report and the city did not investigate, Cornett prepared a memorandum and reportedly delivered it to city manager Tony Eversole on April 17th. By April 19th, Cornett was reportedly demoted by Williams and Eversole from her role as deputy chief. Cornett says several reported incidents followed the demotion, including being shamed for disloyalty, being reassigned to the night side shift, her patrol vehicle being confiscated from her home, disciplinary actions being added to her personnel file without notice, other officers being directed to file complaints against her, and personal property was taken from her office. By August 27th, Cornett was terminated from the Hazard Police Force completely. Cornett says she filed the lawsuit to seek financial damages and reinstatement to her post as deputy chief of the Hazard Police Department. WYMT reached out to city manager Tony Eversole. He declined to comment on behalf of himself, the city, and the police department because of this pending litigation. The Hazard Police Department chief, Darren Williams, also declined to comment. We will continue to update this information as we learn more.
Madison Carmouche, thank you very much. Cornett also claims she was denied family and medical leave in May by the city of Hazard. A Martin County man is facing charges after he reportedly dragged a woman down a highway with his truck. Prestonsburg police officers responded to the incident on Sunday. The victim told police she and Joe Evans argued over the phone and also told police she was cut on her cheek with a pocket knife. Witnesses told police Evans drugged the woman down Kentucky 114 before kicking her out of the truck and speeding off. Police later found Evans at a gas station on Route 3. An Estill County man has been arrested on charges related to child sexual exploitation material. 31-year-old Sean Michael Turney was arrested by KSB's Electronic Crimes Branch following an undercover ICAC investigation. During that investigation, police discovered Turney had been sharing images of child sexual exploitation online. He was taken to the Estill County Detention Center. A Southern Kentucky wedding photographer is facing serious charges after sheriff's deputies say she scammed several couples out of a lot of money. Dakota Mackenzie Burns is accused of either not showing up to take the couple's pictures or not delivering the pictures she took. She is facing charges of theft by deception. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to one couple who says they paid for many pictures and never got them.
It's a place where memories are made, once-in-a-lifetime moments are cherished. But Austin and Ashley Oliver say part of their moment was stolen.
Yeah, she took a pretty big day, robbed us from that, and it's pretty traumatizing the past couple of days or weeks, actually.
The couple hired Dakota Mackenzie Burns to take their wedding pictures.
The day of the wedding, and she took pictures, but we've had several people tell us that she was drinking at our wedding.
After the wedding, they say promises made for the pictures were not kept.
We were supposed to get a 24-hour sneak peek turnaround time. It was about a month later. I still hadn't even seen those pictures.
It's been almost 2 months and they still don't have the pictures they paid for. And they're far from the only ones.
Like I said, there's 20+ brides in this group chat that everybody's coming together realizing, hey, she's done the same thing to all of us.
The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says that they know of at least 11 victims, and there very well may be a whole lot more. And all of those victims say they lost over $8,000. Burns pleaded not guilty Wednesday to theft by deception.
So we don't know if it's just she was trying to keep the money kind of situation. I don't know. I mean, all we did was we asked her just to communicate. We understand life happens.
The Olivers say many other couples tell them that Burns took their money, but never even showed up to take any pictures. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Burns was released from jail on what is called a release on recognizance bond. She will be back in court at 11 a.m. next Tuesday for a preliminary hearing. A man has been indicted on multiple charges for an incident with police while he was reportedly intoxicated. A Laurel County grand jury charged Jeremy Owens on multiple counts of wanton endangerment along with resisting arrest and others. The incident happened in August when officers noticed Owens was driving a vehicle where its taillights were not working. At one point, Owens allegedly rammed into the side of a Laurel County Sheriff's deputy's car before eventually flipping.
And we're still seeing those warm temperatures right now, but they're only going to get colder as we're going through the next couple hours. Thankfully, that rain is keeping us warm for right now, but as it's gone, that's when you're really going to see the impact on these temperatures. But looking outside, you can see mostly 50s still, 52 in London, 54 in Williamsburg, and 56 in Monticello. And when we take a closer look at that live pinpoint Doppler radar, you can really see where the direction of where this rain is headed, and we'll continue to see this intensify as we're going through the next couple of hours, really gaining strength and being at its strongest around that 9 p.m. hour. And it'll continue into the morning hours of your Thanksgiving. But let's take a look at that 12-hour forecast. Overnight, you can expect temperatures to drop down to the low 40s, with the rain chances really just staying alongside you throughout the entire rest of your overnight hours. Steve.
All right, Megan, thank you. President Biden has approved a major disaster declaration for the state of Kentucky. And now this is for the damage that was left behind by the remnants of Hurricane Helene back in late September that hit so many states so hard. Federal funding will be available to eligible local governments as well as certain private nonprofit organizations. This does include many counties in our area, and we have a list of all those impacted on our website at WYMT.com. Today, Governor Andy Beshear made his way to Natural Bridge State Resort Park for a special announcement. WYMT's Amelia Lee was there.
Crack open a cold one to celebrate 100 years of state parks in Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear made his way to Natural Bridge State Resort Park for a hike and then announced a new lager.
So grateful that anyone who comes to our parks can enjoy the official 100th anniversary beer. Congratulations. Cheers.
Officials say you can grab a can of this special 100-year anniversary beer made right here in the Commonwealth and enjoy that after your hike at a Kentucky state park.
When you think about state parks, you think about getting out and having a good time. And for me, that's drinking beer. And if we're out having a good time, we want drinking beer. So we made drinking beer.
Against the Grain Brewery in Louisville created the new beverage. Co-founder Sam Cruz says 5% of the revenue from sales of the beer will go back to the state parks for repairs and upgrades.
If we're supporting our community, we'll continue to do it. They support us.
Governor Andy Beshear says the partnership for the 100th anniversary shows the pride Kentuckians have for the state.
We want them to feel what it's like to live here, to enjoy our lifestyle, and something so uniquely Kentucky, like this lager, teaming up with our state parks, just gives you that extra experience where you can sit after a good day and say, I could live here.
Some folks were given the chance to taste the light lager beer after the announcement. Matt Combs says it's pretty tasty.
I'm not just saying this, but it's one of the best beers I've tried.
You can purchase the 100th anniversary beer starting in mid-December. In Powell County, Amelia Lee, WYMT, Mountain News.
For a full list of state parks that will be selling the drink, you can go to this story on our website, WYMT.com. More than $900,000 is being awarded to the Lee County, Virginia School District. Congressman Morgan Griffith made that announcement today. The funding comes from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. In a statement, Congressman Griffith said, quote, Head Start projects support early child development services to meet the education and social needs of local communities.